This easy sunken apple cake recipe is delicious. It is very simple, fast to make. My dad always made it, so we called it Dad's apple cake. This sunken apple cake has lots of apples in there. You can see them here and there. So welcome or welcome back to our simple home. I start this easy sunken apple cake recipe with washing some apples, and then I peel them. I need in total 500 grams of apple slices. My dad always made the double batch of this recipe because we were a bigger family than we are now. So I just use a 9 by 13 pan, and that is enough for us. I cut the apple into 4 pieces and remove the core. Now I cut the apples. I cut a quarter of the apple into 4 or 5 slices, so not too thin slices. Then I transfer the apple slices into my bowl on a scale so I can measure out the 500 grams of apple slices. I used about 3 or 3.5 apples. So it depends on how big the apples are. I used ambrosia apples, so it depends what kind of apple you have on hand or you like. I just like them and we had them, so that's what I'm using. Do you like to bake apple cake or pie? What do you prefer, an apple pie or an apple cake? Let me know in the comments. So this is how much apple slices I have. I wash them with cold water, then they don't get as fast brown. So I just cover them with cold water, and then I start with the dough. I crack 5 eggs and transfer them into my mixing bowl. I add 1.5 cup of sugar to the eggs. I whisk it about 10 minutes until it's really nice and foamy. Meanwhile, I preheat the oven to 390 degrees Fahrenheit. There, now I add 75 grams of soft butter and 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour. I fold in the butter and the flour, so that means I just mix it a little bit so it's just mixed under. And then I add the apple slices to my 9 by 13 baking dish. So I just spread them out nice and evenly. I didn't grease my pan before I put the apples in there, but if you want, you can grease your pan first. Mine was good without greasing. If you enjoyed my video so far, please like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and share my videos with others. Thank you so much. Once all apples are spread out, I transfer the dough on top of the apples. I think this is the easiest sunken apple cake I ever made. It's so quick and easy, and it is very simple. You use simple ingredients for this apple cake, nothing fancy, just ingredients you have at home. Once I transferred all the dough, I spread it out nice and evenly. Now I transfer the sunken apple cake into my preheated oven and bake it for about 45 minutes. This is how it turned out. Very simple, very easy. I cut it to show you. I let mine cool off, so it's now cooled. Now I take one piece out and show you the inside. Look how it looks. You can see all the apples in there, and it's nice and fluffy. I sprinkled some icing sugar on top of this piece. Normally we don't do that, we just eat it like it is. But for the video and for the pictures it just looks better, that's why I'm doing this. Now I show it to you close up. Look at that. There you can see the apples, and there you can see one apple left in the other cake there. So you see the hole. And yeah, here's some more apples. Now let's try it. This is such an easy sunken apple cake, and it's so good. I love it. It's just because I have the memories of this cake, and I really love this cake. It's so good to have once in a while. Delicious. Well, thank you so much for watching. Maybe you want to watch this video next, or maybe this playlist. Then see you there. Bye.